Yeah, I'm about to put it.
I'm fitting the score next. My chair's all net, me and David just all next. Getting back on defense, hit him with strong flex. I'm official like a ref, trying not to get attacked. And we go hard on Brooklyn, that's a promise. Watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Mission, watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Switch, they can't guard me, especially side the Barclays. Spin between crosses, I can score with both hands. Midi flawless, and I get to paint like an artist. I'm a boss smith, so you should respect my handle. I see the big picture with the Nets like a mantle. In the future, I see us as champs too. And when we do, I'ma do a Brooklyn dance move. To stir that whole Millie rock like a fan do. That's a bet like my parlay on FanDuel.
B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N
You establish a culture, that's what you do every day. That creates one thing, that it's your identity. Alright, that's how you are seen by other people. If you work really hard and get 1% better every day, you're a competitive group. That means that you fight.
Oh, what a move by Sean
Yo. Listen, man. Yo, Nets fans, we the best fans. Shout out to all you guys. You know what I mean? Yeah, last night I was, you know what I'm saying, tired basically. So I just went to sleep about that ass. On late night, you know, I like doing the late night streams, but it was too late when I was going to pull up. Shout out to Nets Press and Ice and everybody that was in the chat. It was like, I'm tuned in. Yeah, I seen you in Nets Press, Ice. I'm about to send y'all the link. Shout out to Cole Smith. Shout out to Brian. Shout out to Brooklyn Go Crazy, CJ, shout to Peoples, shout to Nespress again, shout to This Is JTV, my guy, my man, Ponce Pants. I gotta send him the link too. You know, because the Brooklyn Nets got, I would say, 3 out of 5 players international. Drake Powell, he from where? All the other guys, are they international? Is Wolf international? You feel what I'm saying? Just saying, like, we got a lot of international players, so I took interest to these international players to see what's going on. Shout out to Claude Smith in the chat. Hold on, yeah. Let me pull up the content. I'm trying to do 2 things at one time. I'm trying to show y'all this and send a link to the guys. Let me get the content up for you guys, though. Ain't nothing shaking yet. Ain't nobody signed Cam Thomas yet. Or gave him no contract. I ain't hear nothing. I got my ear to X. Trying to see what's up with the what's up. Watching X. I ain't see nothing moving. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I'm just being patient, weather the storm. Alright, here go the content right here. Where it's at? Here it go. I was looking at it because I was like, yo, I know we went out and got all of these international players, and it's like, it's interesting. So, let's see about it. Alright, so, oh shit, it's the wrong one. My bad. I should have just did the link first, then did this. Alright, here we go. So basically, with us getting more international players than national players, it's made me drew the curiosity. Now I know, there's more. Hold on. So, all right, let me just get to the content for the soliloquy. This is basically the truth right here. There are currently 125 international players from 43 countries across 6 continents on NBA opening night rosters. This marks the 4th consecutive season with at least 120 international players and the 11th straight season with at least 100. See that? Now, to my knowledge, the NBA is like 400 and something players. If 125 international players, you feel what I'm saying? That's like 1/4 of the league. It's international. It's an international game. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mike W. I see you though. Shout out to Lecky T, Joey BK 86. Let me send a link to the guys. My fault. I was trying to do this before, so I won't have to do it now. Pardon. But yeah, bro, 1/4 of the league is international now. They saying the top players is the international players. Bro, they 1/4 of the league now. They 1/4 of this, 1/4 of the league. I'm about to pull up the graphics for y'all right now and see how many players is in the NBA. How many players is in the NBA? It's 125 international players. How many players in the NBA? How many? 540. They were, so that was 2023. The number can go up from more than 500 in a single season, including two-way players. So let's just say 500. This is the example it gave me. 125 out of 500. That's a lot. The NBA has become international, and the question is, when did it become international, and why did it become international? You know what I'm saying? Let's see. See, there are currently 120. I just read this. The 4th consecutive season, at least 120 international players out of 500. The record for the most international players on opening night roster was previously held by the 2017, 2018, and 2022 seasons with 121 players. The NBA has seen significant increase in international representation over the past decade, with over 100 international players on opening night roster for the last 10 seasons. Look how international play has picked up. Look, in 2000 2001 season, there were 42 foreign-born players in the league, comprising around 10% of the total population. 6 international players made the league's top 50, including Olajuwon and Nowinski. We all know Hakeem Olajuwon and Dirk Nowinski. Hakeem Olajuwon, one of my favorite players, same as Dirk. But if I had to choose between Hakeem and Dirk, that's tough. That's a whole different conversation. But both of them being international players is what the conversation is now. So I asked, what did the NBA start having international players? Hank Biasati, who was born in Italy and raised in Canada, was the first international player in the league in 1946. The number of international players in the league rose after the happy 4th, everyone. Happy 4th. You know what I'm saying? Real ones know when we celebrate and how we celebrate. Y'all know what's up. Y'all already know. Rose after the formation of the Dream Team when NBA players were allowed to enter into the Olympic play starting in 1992. Now, that's another thing that I read about the Olympics and how the Olympics increased the popularity. Jordan, Magic, Bird, that's who the conversation is around. David Stern, the NBA became an international game because of Jordan, Magic, Bird. Heavy. This is what it says. And it's because of the Olympic Games. Look, before 1984, the number of international players in the NBA was very small. While the first international player, Hank Biasati, joined the league in 1946, it wasn't until late 1980s and early 1990s that the number of international players significantly increased. In the 1984 NBA draft, Akeem Olajuwon, a player from Nigeria, was drafted, marking a notable moment. Very interesting. Very interesting. Akeem Olajuwon was a big reason why international players got looked at and respected. Akeem Olajuwon, one of the best players ever in the NBA, top 75. We already know. Right? These are the facts. These are the facts. So again, man, let me, you know what I'm saying? Open up the panel. I'll make it easy. I'm just throw the link in the chat, man. This shit too difficult but I just need y'all to respect my hold it down. Hold it down. Let me run point guard. That's all I need. As long as y'all know I'm the point guard, man. I do what point guards do. You know what I'm saying? Mike W. in the comments, in the chat, he said the NBA is becoming the Worldwide Basketball Association. It's now about the best skilled players want to play here due to current structure the International League has yet to put together. Now, I agree with Mike W. because I feel like the truth is when you get the best players all over the world, they come to this league, and that's what the NBA has tried to do. And for the most part, I would say accomplish. They accomplish putting themselves in position to be the best league in the world by having the best players like Jokic. Nikola Jokic was a professional basketball player before he got to the Denver Nuggets. That's why he went late in the NBA draft, because back then you could be the best over there, you still wasn't considered the best over here. That's why Nikola Jokic went so late in the draft, because had he been putting those same numbers up in NCAA basketball, he would have went top. He would have been a lottery pick for sure. Ice.
Yo,
Ice.
what's going on?
Yeah.
You can hear me?
Yeah. I can. You hear me?
I have my phone.
Ice, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, so basically, what I was doing was, since the Brooklyn Nets got all of these foreign players, you know what I'm saying, or better said, international players on the roster, you know, it just brought the curiosity to when all of those started. And they said it was with Magic and Bird, the Olympic team, Magic, Bird, and Jordan. Those were the three players pretty much the NBA was saying, like, yo, we the best in the league, we the best in the world because of these players. And they marketed the, you know what I'm saying, the NBA around those players. You know what I mean? Kind of like, you know, this is what we saying is the best basketball in the world, these players. And it wasn't necessarily the whole league. They were saying it. They were saying these players, like, and that's why, you know what I'm saying, the Olympics, you know, for us to state that claim, I mean, But what do you think about international players and infusion of it? Do you favor it? How you feel about it?
Yeah, I favor it because for a while we was much better than them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we talked about last time, just shows the growth of basketball. They growing. You know what I'm saying? They catching up. They leads are
Yep.
getting better. They talent getting better. They getting taller. You know what I mean? So they
Yeah.
catching up. So it's good. That's like, you know what I'm saying? You move to a new neighborhood and everybody see you hooping like, oh yeah, like let me go hoop with this guy. I want this guy on my team. It's that type of thing. You know what I mean?
And to the specific number of 125. 120 out of 500 players in the NBA, 125 are international players. So, you know what I'm saying? I could see the angle of wanting to be the best in the world by having the best players in whatever league around the world come to the NBA to compete here. That's the best way for the NBA to go in the first place because basketball is worldwide and yeah, man, this I think it only gets more interesting as it evolves. But yeah, and just your own words, Ice. And before you know what I'm saying, shout your channel out and put your link in the chat. You know what I mean, so they know where to find you. Nets fans is the best fans, but yeah, man, we talking international basketball, and John was saying this too. I'll wait for John to come on the panel, but again, just style of play and what you know about Jordi Fernandez being an international basketball coach. You know what I'm saying? Who you think should start, bro? Nolan or Diego, or does it even matter?
You talking to me, Breeze?
Yeah, you guys. Then
Yeah.
after that,
All
you
right.
pass.
Y'all know where to find me at Iceman Eskimo. Y'all can find me on Twitter, everywhere. But TikTok is where it's going down, it's blowing up over there. So you can find me on TikTok. But start probably Yegor, man, because you gonna have MPJ, Cam when he gets time back, and Terrence, man, you're gonna have some couple veterans. So I think mixing him with it in with the veterans, not asking him to do too much, but what he does best to pass the ball, that'll make it much more easier for him to transition to the NBA. You know what I mean?
All right, that's fair. All right, cool. We're gonna pass it to CJ. CJ, man, talk to us, man. What you think about the infusion of international players in the league? You think it's a good or bad thing?
I think good. It's basically like what I was saying. I just feel like we just need more national players in the league.
All
You know,
right,
players
nah,
from
that's
all
what's
over
up.
town.
Your audio kind of low. I don't know if it's me.
I got my headphones in.
Okay. Oh, all right, yeah, but you got a favorite international player? There's a lot, man.
No,
Akeem, Shea, Dirk. There's a
no,
lot of
I really
international
no.
players that's
If I
probably
had to
your
pick one
favorite
right
player,
now,
man.
if I had to pick one right now, I'll say Shake.
You say who?
If I had to pick one right now, I'll say Shake.
Shea, yeah, for sure, for sure. All right. CJ, we're gonna come right back to you, CJ. Leaf, talk to us, man. What you think about you know what I'm saying, the infusion of international players to the league? Is it good or bad thing for the NBA?
I mean, it's good. I mean, we it's been since like the late 80s, early 90s or whatever, since Detlef Schrempf got in just to go over the history, Detlef Schrempf, Drazen Petrovic, Tony Kukoc, Arvydas Sabonis. I'm always told about Arvydas Sabonis in the 80s. If he would have came in 85, he probably would have a way better NBA career than what he had. But it's
Mhm.
always been good. Um,
You know what's been new that what people don't understand is that with the Wemby thing, where these great international players come this young. Cause like even Nikola Jokic, he wasn't 18 when he got here. You know what I'm saying? Petrovic, he wasn't 18 when he got here. There's a lot of international players that didn't get here at 18 because that's not what they were doing. They kind of had to prove themselves in those pro leagues. Even Manu Ginobili. Manu Ginobili had to prove himself before he got here. He wasn't 18. He won a championship over there before he got here. Then he got here and helped the Spurs win a championship the very next year. So what I'm saying is that's the difference. And first off, I do think it's good, yes. But that's the difference is that they getting these players younger now opposed to being proven. They scouting them the same way they scouting these NCAA players. You know, they're not waiting for them to prove themselves. They getting them as 18-year-olds. So I don't know, man. This is interesting, man. If they're gonna do that, do you? This is another question I wanted to propose. I'll ask Leaf and then we'll go around the panel. If they're gonna continue to, you feel what I'm saying, make these players that relevant to the NBA, these international players where they getting number one picks and all of that. Do you think they should open up the draft to maybe like 65 or 70, draft more players, especially if they're talking about expansion teams? You feel what I'm saying? They're talking about expansion teams. I'm thinking they should, that's the other part of the show that we're gonna start with Leaf with. Um, they should open up the draft. You know what I'm saying? If they're gonna draft these international players and talk about expansion teams, I think they should open up the draft to more players. I would say like I don't know. I don't really have a number, but I think they should maybe 70 if I had to choose. What you think?
I'll go with 64 because if they're gonna add two more teams, that means it's gonna be 32 teams, 1 through 32 in the first round, and then 1 through 32 in the second round. So they only added two teams, but as far as my knowledge, they probably just gonna add Seattle and another team for sure. But the international players, they when they started to come into the league, they came into a league that was a lot more physical earlier on in the 80s and the 90s, and then as they started to show their talents more, like the game started to open up for them. But you needed to have a place for them to play. So like a lot of the physical play, as they quote unquote would tell you, is over in the FIBA leagues and the international leagues, and now the NBA is a little bit more of the European style because European players played more. Um, Dirk and Whiskey, bro, like probably was like the and led the forefront for all of that because like the dynamic that he had, the dynamic that him, Tony Kukoc, and Detlef Schrempf had is that they was tall. You could put them at the three and the four, and they could shoot. You know what I'm saying? So like that, the original power forwards, bro, like the Buck Williams and like all of them bruiser power forwards, it was on like they days was numbered in terms of how they was gonna still be in the game. You don't really see too much of that style of power forwards no more because of the Dirk and Whiskies and shit like that.
Okay. CJ, you there, CJ? We're gonna come back to CJ Ice. You there, Ice?
Yup.
Yo, yeah, yo. So what you think about the league expanding? You think they should open up the draft or keep it the same? Mike W saying no, but Leaf saying yes. What you think, Ice? You the
Um,
icebreaker in this.
I don't think open up the draft makes a difference because now that everybody going back to the NIL, it's just less people in the draft. You know what I mean? So I don't think that's going to make a difference. Um, I don't even know how they're gonna make this work because you know what I'm saying the NIL pushing everybody back, so they're gonna have to figure that out. But you know what I'm saying, as long as they still scouting the way they're scouting and grabbing the talent that they need to do, you know what I'm saying, that they need to grab, the NBA will be all right. The extra teams will be all right.
Nah, so all facts, all facts. Um, yeah, nah. Me personally, bro, I feel like you're gonna have this be a ongoing thing. It's not going to change. And international players show that they could quote unquote play on NBA level and be the better players in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Someone argue now they are the better players in the NBA right now in the international situation, and I do kind of like them putting the pressure on the international on the national players competitively to be better. You know what I mean? You don't want me to get MVPs. And, like my thing is, if Jokic is the best player, give it to him over Embiid. That will be playing nice. We don't. If he better than him, then again, just had a criteria, and don't go against that. You know what I'm saying? Don't give it to him because you gave it to him 2 times in a row. Like, no, if he was still second to him that year, then he was great, but he was still not better than him. Don't give him B shit that he don't deserve. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that to say, sometimes there is dominance in basketball. You gotta respect it. You know what I'm saying? So, don't do that just because he's an international player and you don't want to give an international player the recognition. No, give everybody the correct recognition. You know what I mean? Give them the correct recognition. But I don't know. I just feel like these national players, they got to take the game more seriously. I think sometimes at other places the culture of basketball is a little more serious. You know what I'm saying? Um, in a world where everything is being put on the internet, you know what I mean? Who's practicing with the cameras off? You know what I'm saying? Who's like turn those cameras off, man? Get busy. You know what I mean? Play real basketball. But I think that's what the culture that Jordy Fernandez and the Brooklyn Nets are doing. So, you know what I'm saying? I feel confident that that's the direction that we going. So I ain't really tripping. But I think once we become popular for like winning and you know what I mean, I think the Brooklyn Nets could always had an advantage when it comes to scouting if they're gonna scout abroad. If they're gonna scout international players, not just players in the NCAA, Sean Marks either gonna look like a genius or not, because then this another thing they're gonna say, wow, he should have went higher in the draft. You know what I'm saying? So to back up what I was saying, I'll show y'all some statistics to show you that Petrovic, he wasn't drafted as a rookie. Jokic wasn't drafted as a rookie. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. I like how they scouting them young now to, say that they are ready to compete at this level this early. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Gary for joining the panel. What up, Gary?
What up, Breezy? That's commitment. Thanks for going live today on July 4th. I was just doing some work. I saw you were live, so I wanted to jump on. How's it going?
That was just good, man. Just talking international basketball. When did it become so popular? How? And I found out it was because Jordan Bird. It was because of Hakeem Olajuwon, Dirk
Yeah.
Nowitzki. You know what I'm saying? It was certain players that stood out that got worldwide attention, and Jordan was one of the first ones. Jordan was made the league international, or there's documentation in that shit. So.
Yeah, the '92 Dream Team took it to another level because it was like the greatest show in the world. And before that, there was like a knock on the European players. It was Schroeder's, Barcelona's. It was Drazen Petrovic. They were shooters and they could play, but they were soft and they couldn't defend. And that was kind of the knock on them. And like,
more finesse,
especially the European players. Like Hakeem is obviously an international player, but he played college basketball at Houston, right? So he got acclimated to the American style of game.
But let me ask you this. This is what I don't know. I'm a fan to check, but I'm gonna ask you first. When did he get drafted? Well, how old was Hakeem when he got drafted?
So Hakeem would have been a fifth-year senior, so it would have been like 23, probably.
See what I'm saying? That's the conversation I was having, Gary. Is that they drafting them young now? Hakeem they drafted late. Nikola Jokic they drafted late. What about Dirk Nowitzki? When he got here? How old was he?
Dirk was young. He was only like 19 or 20. He was young when they drafted him.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, it started with Dirk then. Maybe Dirk was probably the youngest one at the time. The youngest international player that was drafted by the NBA was. I'm gonna check that. I want to see who that was.
That's a good question.
I might have been Wemby.
Yeah, it probably is. If you probably
no,
right.
I know it's Wemby now, but I want to know who it was before Wemby because I'm trying to leave. What I'm trying to figure out is when did they start drafting them young? Was it Wemby or was it Dirk? Or because I think it was probably Dirk.
No. I'm lying.
Tony Kukoc got to the league when he was like 25 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
the youngest. No. I hold on. Time out. I got the answer. The youngest by age and date is Tony Parker. He was drafted at 19.
Okay.
He was 19 in his first year with the Spurs.
19. What year was that?
2001. 2001. He went late in the first round.
Okay. Right now they're saying this when I Google Malawak just now. I said the youngest international player into the draft.
Yeah.
Let me see. Hold on. That was just this year, probably.
I think Malawak is 18.
Andrew Bynum ain't no damn international player. He ain't from the hood. Hold on,
Andrew
man.
Bynum, he might be from he might be born in another country. I don't know.
Yeah, Australia. Youngest
No,
international
he
player.
wasn't.
He
No,
was
no, not
chosen at
so.
17 years old. Back at that international player.
Andrew
Just
Bynum
working.
is from Jersey, bro. Like yeah, that don't count. So that's not it. Um, if we talking about
I think
international
I found it.
players,
I think I found it. 1962. The Knicks drafted Clifford Luyick from Spain, the 29th pick. But how old was he though? I don't know, bro. I'm just trying to figure out. Well, pretty much what I'm saying, the conversation that I was having, and I asked Chill this, Leaf, is do you think that the skills and the fundamentals of the Euro leagues caught up with the pure talent and of the with playing basketball here in US? You feel what I'm saying? Do
um,
they play basketball in a better way? Because from what I hear from Chill, it's more basketball actions and international play. Like they do more plays in one 24-second set.
I
You know what I'm saying?
well, to answer that question, bro, I would say it looks that way now, but if you look at the totality of it, it's really the rule changes, bro, that allow that to happen. Um, for them to play like we all know when the Europeans stack up against us historically, they're not more athletic than us, they're not more physical than us, they're not more up the court, and they don't have the physical capabilities that we ever had. There's no European in the history of this game that's ever stacked up physically or athletically to any of the players that we produce in America, bro. Like because we always play the physical and athletic style of play. You know what I'm saying? Like the Shaqs, the Jordans, the Magics, like those type of dudes. They was just physically gifted, bro. Like and they did have the basketball IQ. They gathered the basketball IQ at certain points in their careers. They learn how to play in the box. They learn how to turn off the left shoulder, turn off the right shoulder, bro. I think the European players, bro, they learned that skill set young, and they carried that on because they never had the physical capabilities of a Shaq, of a Dr. J, of a Magic, or of a Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? So they developed those skill sets early, and they used it to play what we now call is fundamental basketball. You know, simple pass, simple dribble passes through concepts. So, but I do think the ability for that to thrive in the NBA is on the rule changes. The rule changes allow that because if we were still playing in the 80s and 90s, bro, like let's face it, them dudes would be getting beat up. You know what I'm saying? They had to stay on the
But
perimeter.
they,
None of them
yeah,
wasn't
but
none of them wasn't coming in contact with Karl Malone and Buck Williams and Barkley and none of them
nah,
dudes.
but it's bro. They did that to prolong the league too for the health of the actual athlete. Certain things are necessary, bro. Like that whole thing where you can't come under the jump shooter. That shit is necessary, bro. Like certain things have to change to protect the player, bro. Like you know, I think that's one of the major ones that I want to stay with. You know, before I get into all of these other different rules, you gotta protect the player. You know what I'm saying? You have to protect the player. And that reckless closeout shit, it could basketball players could make it seem like it's accidental. Nah, you gotta, you know what I'm saying, penalize them for coming under the jump shooter. And you know what I mean? You could injure a player and they could be out for indefinitely for that. You know what I mean? So
I agree with that, but let me ask you this, Breezy. Like, I agree, you got to protect the shooter, right? But
yeah.
what about if we just brought traveling back? Like, what if we just called traveling? Like, I grew up in the 80s, in the 90s. You had a pivot foot, and if you moved your other foot, that was traveling. There's a video of Strickland and Rod Strickland with the Washington Bullets, and he just kind of organically, he's trying to break down his video, he just organically gets into a Euro step, and the ref looks at him and calls traveling, right? Like, that was clearly a travel. Like, you moved your pivot foot. What if we just brought that back? That would slow down the scoring, right? You wouldn't have games, and like, what if we just brought back traveling and kept all the other rules? Like, just don't let people take 5 steps anymore.
I'm with you. Go ahead, though, Ice.
Yo, Gary, LeBron will lose half his points.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Hey, that's messed up. LeBron with bro. If they did that right now, they'll have to retaliate. LeBron will lose half his points. That LeBron would barely be 25,000 points, bro. Like if that happened, barely 20,000. if that happens. So like we gotta understand the league is linear to who they want to be successful. We always knew that, bro. Like it's been that way since LeBron James, right? If people want to say it's been that way since Jordan, I beg to differ because Jordan was doing shit that nobody else could do during that time, bro. Like there was not like it was very few people that had the athletic prowess that Jordan had when he played, the
Facts.
speed and the versatility that he had when he played, the capabilities on the offensive end that he played with, and defensively. There's very few people that stacked up. When he got to the 90s, he realized all his clones started coming in: the Grant Hills, the Penny Hardaways, the Kobe Bryants, etc., 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 bro. Like the Vince Carters, the T Mac. All of them dudes are clones of Jordan. But the thing is, none of them has ever duplicated Jordan to a sound T to what he was from 1984 to 1993. He might have been the best athlete that ever lived. So realistically, bro, like when you add that, when you pair that in, and people like to go to LeBron was doing like LeBron was doing a lot of shit. Athletically, he was gifted at 6'8", 250 something pounds, but he did a lot of illegal shit on the basketball court that they did not call, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of his shit was traveling and charging, bro. Like they just didn't call it.
They changed the carry rule for Jordan, right? Like that used to be a carry, and then Jordan had that little hezzy where he'd palm the ball. That used to be yeah. But Breezy's. I mean,
they changed it again for Iverson because Iverson caught Jordan with it, bro, and they couldn't have it.
But there was a story where Jordan was playing with like 5 fouls, and he got away with one. And Magic Johnson said to the ref, "Yeah, you're not going to call that on him." And Michael laughed and said, "When was the last time you fouled out of a game, Magic?" Because Magic got all the calls too, right? So Khalid is right. Like the better players, the top players, they get the calls.
Right, but that's what I disagree with, because at the end of the day, I don't like the freedom you take away from the competitive side. You rob the players and you rob the fans, because you don't have to control the game because you're the refs, because of the spread, and so on and so forth. Let me put this fucking thing purposes on.
But the
hold on, and I said that to say, to Gary's point, yes, but implementing or being heavy emphasis on that travel rule, what you do is you force these players to become more skilled. Paul George was just on a podcast the other day talking about they wasn't having practice. Of course, they're going to travel. Of course, they're going to just keep it there. They're going to travel, because at the end of the day, the defense will make you pick up the ball. You know what I'm saying? And you want to get that move in, but that one little reach in got your ass to fumble the ball. Now it's a travel. You know what I mean? So again, it wouldn't take away from the game. It would add to it, but not on the offensive side, the defensive side. And what I'm saying is, as a fan, I also enjoy the defensive side of the ball. By you implementing the travel rule and just putting more emphasis on it to say, all right, we're going to call it when we see it, then yes, these players either two things are going to happen. That so-called nice player going to have 10 assists and 10 turnovers, and you know what I mean, he'll still get his shit off, but he's gonna have a hell of a lot of turnovers. And the fans that enjoy the defensive side of basketball win. We win as fans, bro.
I mean, but like what we keying into, we gotta bring it back to the players that literally that they looked at and they said, "Yo, we gotta change the rules, man, because this shit is too much." Let's start with Wilt Chamberlain. When the NBA, when he came into the NBA, bro, the painted area was literally about maybe like 6 feet or some shit like that.
I'll pull up the graphics.
When he left, it only took them 13 years to widen the paint to what it is today. So they didn't have 3-second rules when he played. They didn't have a shot clock when he played, bro, and he was putting up 50s just off of pure height and dominance and physical ability. And then you move on to somebody like a Jordan. They didn't know what type of rules to put around them because Jordan was doing shit they'd never seen before.
Hold on, but slowing it down to the whole Wilt thing, they had to do that. And again, this is where the ABA comes in my opinion, from what I've read, right? The ABA was more talented than the NBA. That's because the NBA was simple. Dump the ball to the big man. Whoever got the best big man, win the game. That was it. The wing, because of Dr. J, let's just put it out there. Dr. J was the main catalyst to the wing being important to winning. You know, the big man had the NBA and the ABA had the wing because of Dr. J. So I'm saying that to say the wing is a more skilled player than the big man. The big man is pretty much, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna catch this ball, I'm gonna dunk on you. Especially when you talk about Wilt Chamberlain, he was dominating. To Leaf's point, he was breezing past it, but bro, he in that space before they changed the rule, and why they changed the rule. The one thing they was talking about is how he's dominating. We can't let him do this. I heard it was some kind of coach that seen him do some shit, went back and told him that to make the rule. It was a whole ordeal about it because, not to say it like that, but it's the elephant in the room. He was dominating these white boys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And back then it was a whole racist type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, see, me, it's easy. I'm a duck in the pond. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm from New York, so it's easy for me not to be racist. I don't see and probably live with a lot of different ethnicities already. So, but back then, it wasn't like that. And mind you, it was fucking white women. You know what I'm saying? Now, I didn't want to put it out there like that, but I'm just saying, if he gonna hit that many women, he probably was hitting some white women too. So I'm just saying all that to say, respectfully, that the rule change and all of that shit, you gotta expect that shit to happen with Wilt Chamberlain, but it wasn't just those one and two things. It was more the fact that if you didn't change the rule because of Wilt Chamberlain, then it's just the model of every NBA team. And if you want to build the league, styles make fights, and you can't have every team have the same type of team for the, you know what I'm saying? It's going to become redundant. Not to mention the reason why those mergers was happening is because the NBA was losing money because, you know what I mean? But they just had more money because they were the bigger market. But I probably said too much. Go ahead.
You got to realize, but like, after Wilt, it didn't stop there because after Wilt, here comes Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. They had for him, they had a no dunking rule, and he had to lay the ball up. That's how he developed the hook shot on both hands, bro. Like, and it turns into 38,000 points years later, 19 some odd years later, bro. But Jordan, I think Jordan changed so much and everything, bro. Like, they didn't know how to outlaw Jordan. And the thing is, they found everything that Jordan did was beautiful because he did it in the air. Once he got in the air, the shit was pretty much over. You know what I'm saying? From 1984 to 1993, bro. Like, once he got in the air, bro, the play, that was pretty much the goddamn play. Get back on defense. He was scoring some shit. It was a no-look layup. It was a up and under, some shit, switch hands, one hand. He did some shit where he did a one-hand reverse underneath the basket, glided over nigga, and then butter rolled that shit, bro. Like he was just doing spectacular shit. And then you bring it to Iverson. Iverson pretty much ended strict man-to-man defense in the NBA. Everybody like to think it's Shaq, bro. It was Iverson the entire time because when he came in the league, bro, like nobody knew what to do with him. Like, for him to be that small, but to have that much wingspan, bro, for his height, and to have that type of ability with the ball, everybody just thought it was palming. It's just that his hands was too damn big. That's what it was, bro. Like, his hands were too damn big, and it looked like he was palming the ball. But the second that Jordan got hit with it, bro, they had to do something. Oh, shit, bro. Like, Jordan got hit with the crossover, bro. Yeah, we got to take it out. Next year, Iverson starts going off for 27, 29 points a game, bro. Like, the next thing you know, 2001, he wins MVP. Oh, yo, Iverson just got to the finals. Oh, yo, we got to put zone defenses in. And this is how you rule, and this is how you take out the other elements of the game. This is how you take out the power, the muscle power forward. The Ben Wallace, there's no more Ben Wallaces anymore. There's no more Rodmans anymore. Because now how do you beat zone defenses? You beat it with shooting. Well, we need more shooters, bro. How we get shooters at the 5? Oh, hey, yo, Dirk is shooting. Let's start getting Europeans. That's how we come to this episode today, Breeze, bro. Like, this shit is all bundled up in a ball, and it stumbles into what we talking about today.
I was creating an episode because we got 3 out of 5 plays. I will say Well, 3, yeah. I would say
We
Jake
we
Paul.
got too many European niggas on this team, bro. Like just straight, just call it.
No. I'm not tripping because I didn't see them play yet, and I've seen great plays from that's international. So I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. Me being big optimism, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. And I think that they did want Ben Simmons to be, you know what I'm saying, what Jaeger is gonna do. You know what I mean? I think that's what they was looking for in a 6'8" or 6'10" guard and Ben Simmons, but it didn't pan out. But they stay stuck to that game plan. You know, they seen they have a vision, and I think they want to follow through with it. You know what I'm saying? Which is dope. I think that when you think about just kind of transitioning the conversation, when you look at how championship rosters how the point guard is essential to, you know what I'm saying, and not the 2 guard, because there's other players and other examples that what I'm saying isn't 100% accurate, but efficiency and percentage wise, there's a lot of great point guard play when building championship rosters. So that's mainly, you know what I'm saying, what I'm saying. And while I'm saying what I'm saying about the Brooklyn Nets is that the focal point was the point guard, because I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get pieces to build a championship roster, and they wanted to start with the point guard position first. So yeah, that's what I'm at with it. But yeah, what about you guys, man? How you feel, Ice? How you feel about us not having the big? Well, do you think Clax is sufficient now that we got a point guard and we don't need a big man no more?
Well, I just think Claxton should look better with the ball movement. He still got to hold his own, you know what I mean? And he gonna have Danny Wolf. He's still gonna have Sharp. So and on Clowney. So he got some help. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he's still gonna look like Clax undersized, but I think offensively, the guys that we got will look to get him the ball more than, you know what I'm saying, score for themselves type stuff. So, you know what I'm saying? On offense, for the fans who say Claxton can't score, he should be scoring more now. You know what I mean? That's what I think.
Yeah. So when you say scoring more now, how many points he need to be putting up next season?
I think, to me, Clax put up what he put up is fine, but you know what I'm saying? Folks want to see Claxton hoop, so I'm thinking he should get a couple more lobs than usual. He should be maybe like 14 points and hopefully 9 or 10 rebounds or something like that with them. You know what I mean? I'm just making a number, but I think somewhere like 12, 14 points, something like that.
14.
Hey, bro, listen, let's cut the bullshit, bro. There's no excuse for Clax. No. Let's cut the bullshit, bro. There's no excuse for Clax not to do not to have nothing on the court, not to be a negative on the court. There's no excuse. There's no excuses for him this time, bro. Like, I don't want to hear Clax ain't got nobody to throw no lives. I don't hear they ain't.
So what numbers?
I don't want to.
Well, no. We saying that he got somebody. What numbers you think he should?
Claxton should be motivated to have 15 plus a game. He should be motivated to have 12 plus rebounds a game with all these shaking on the court. Listen, Gary, hold on. No, wait, Gary. Like, I don't want to make it sound unreasonable because you think it's like 12 to 15 points is like that big ass jump. Like for the spacing that we're gonna have. And for everything, for the offense to be open, like Jordy is trying to open up the offense, and the way Clax runs, I think he should get more in transition than anything.
That's what I'm saying. How's
he
getting the 15? He's getting them easy baskets, lobs on transitions. Like, I can't see him getting 15. Like, that's 7 baskets a game plus 1 and 1. That's a lot. Nick Claxton has 0 offensive game. Like, you're asking a lot.
A lot of if we running this 3-second shit that they said that we trying to run, Clax should be getting the ball off the rebound, pushing the ball up the court because we know he can do that. Everything should be fast. Yo, you getting downhill, bro? I need you to score. And we seen Clax on the fast break. He can get to the basket, or he could get the ball off the rebound, get down the court, and get to a layup and get to something. So you got the passes to do it. You got the vision on the court to get you there, to help get you there. You got more guards to get you there. You know what I'm saying? So it shouldn't be no excuse why he shouldn't have at least one 20-point game this year.
Okay, 120-point game. I give you that. No more than one, though. Like he's not getting two.
He said no more than one. God damn it!
Come on, man.
Then go get Zach Edey then, bro. So I'm sick and tired of this shit.
Hold on, Gary. Hold on. Gary, I'm with Ice and Leaf on this. You don't see the upside in Clax with the point guard play?
It should be better. It should be better than last year. Last year you had no point guard play. You had Tyrese Martin. It was bad. It like without D'Lo, it was bad. You had no one that could create offense for themselves, and you had even worse. You had no one who could create offense for anyone else. It was bad. I agree. It should be better. His field goal percentage should tick up. It should be back in the 60s, right? Like last year it was like 56%. It should go back up 62, 63% because you should be getting a lot of
award. Yeah, he won an award that one year. It was like 72%. I remember that.
So, but who are you picking wrong with? Like,
Nolan.
All right, so rookies. So they could.
Go ahead. You was asking Ice. Go ahead. What you was going to say?
Gary, you think it's 12 to 14 points? Do you think that's good enough for Clax? Somewhere around there, or you think it's less?
I think 12 is his ceiling because I don't think he's going to play more than 28 minutes. I think they're going to play him about 28 minutes and they're going to play Sharp about 20 minutes, right? So you're asking him to get 12 points in 28 minutes. I think that's kind of his max. Like I don't think he's going to go much higher than that. He can't
get another 3 points in those minutes.
I think at 12, if I'm right, if he's only playing 28 minutes a game, I think 12 is the absolute highest. It might be less than that.
Okay. But me and you agree he should have at least one game where he scores 25.
You should get me one game. 25. let's 20. 20.
He can't get one game where he had 25 points.
How does he get
out of 82 games?
He can't hit his free throws, right? He can't hit threes. How is he getting to 25? He's got to get 12 baskets plus one to get. Like that's a lot.
He got to hit.
The guy he's gonna draw plays for.
Yeah, he got to hit like 3 threes that game. He got to be feeling. He got to be feeling it that game, bro. He got to hit like 3 threes.
So you telling me?
Hold on.
There's no putbacks in his future. There's no fast break layups in his future.
Hold on. Let me get there, Leaf. That's what I was trying to say. The 3 points I want to see from Clax is getting to the basket and then hitting your free throws. You don't need to take a 3-point shot. You should be getting 3-point points.
He's clueless
from the basket, getting to the basket. That's what I'm
Breeze, let me he's clueless. I don't even hate Claxton, but he's clueless offensively. You see him, he'll get the ball and he'll dribble into the help. He'll get the offensive rebound, bring it down, and dribble into the help and dribble into the double. It's like he's just clueless. Him offensively kind of looks like Luka defensively. It's like, bro, what are you doing? Like it's brutal. He's clueless offensively.
Hold on. Shout out to This Is JTV. Join the panel. Let me introduce This Is JTV. This Is JTV is an artist / producer. Y'all hear him on the intro of the song. Intro of the show. Also, he got something going on. He's right here. Brooklyn Music Kitchen. Now I'm saying, get your tickets for next Thursday. And without further ado, This Is JTV. Shout out to This Is JTV.
What's good, bro?
What up, man? If I had some claps, I would have had you right now. I ain't got no claps on my job.
Heard you. I appreciate the intro. You know what I mean?
All right. What up? What's going on? Thursday is lit. I see you shared it on X. What's up with it?
Oh, Thursday we performing live. It's going down in Brooklyn. We're gonna turn up, bring out your lady, or come find a lady. You know what I mean? Because it's going to be something over there.
Real rap, bro. I'm still trying to find a couple more people, some people for your show, bro. I don't know if they want to go or not, bro. But I send it to you now. Well, like, you know, they're gonna be in town, bro. I'm just trying to get like
when you leaving?
3 or 4 people to go. I'm leaving the 9th.
Okay.
Oh, you said the 9th? That's the day before.
That's in a couple days.
Yeah, I'm leaving the 9th. So I'm still trying to get people there and whatever. I done hit like a bunch of chicks up. I said I was gonna go. I'm like, I don't want to buy tickets and then nobody don't go. And then somebody got something to do. So,
Yeah, it's gonna be a vibe though. Tell them to pull up.
I'm telling you, yeah, because in Brooklyn, like I'm like, it ain't like it's in Manhattan and shit. You know how people don't like to go to Manhattan nowadays, but like whatever it is. But
Yo,
I'm
but
really trying.
yeah, yo, Jay, man, I'm trying to make it too for real, for real. Shout to King
Don't
Libby.
try. Don't do or do not. There is no try, man.
I'ma do try.
That's what
That's
they
what
Word.
said in
I'm
Star Wars, man. In Star Wars, they said do or do not. There is no try.
They was going to war though, right?
saying. Yeah.
Nah, you just that's a Yoda saying, know what I mean? It ain't no
Oh,
such
that's what
thing as
Yoda said?
trying. Yeah, it
I
ain't no
mean, but
thing as trying. It's either you gonna do it or you not doing it. One or the other.
but Yoda was about to go to war with the Old Republic though.
Nah,
But
he was trying to drop gems on niggas, man. That's what you gotta
okay,
tell these rookies too, man. Do or do not. There is
Hmm.
no try.
all right,
So, I
okay.
mean,
You
who
you
your
you you
favorite?
either got the steal or you didn't get the steal. You wasn't trying to get it. Know what I mean,
Mm,
did you get it or not?
No,
mm. All
I
right,
guess.
all right.
But what's good though, y'all? What y'all was up here talking about?
Nah, I had just went to X and you was the first dude on my feed. Is the first thing up there, so I had to shout you out. And you just pulled up at the same time, so that was good.
Oh,
We were just
yeah.
talking about what Claxton need to be averaging this year with all these passes on the team.
Okay. Okay.
And I said 15. Gary thought that was out of line.
But
So
the
we
thing
dumped
is,
it. So we dumped it down to 14, 13, or something like
I
that.
feel like the reason why Clax was doing good before is because when KD and Kyrie was on the team, it's not only about having a good passer, it was about having people that draw in the defense. And then when they're going out towards him, they passing the ball in towards him and he's getting easy buckets. If
Mm.
Right,
there's nobody really, I still don't think there's nobody that's gonna create that type of gravity on this team.
right.
But
But with the 3 second shit, bro, like you think Clax should be faster up the court and get a lot of easy layups in transition, right?
that it depends on if that's what they asking of him, because he could be the last one down the court because he technically still going to be the slowest one out of all of them. And then secondly, if they got him going after rebounds, he going to be like, it's either y'all want him to get rebounds or y'all want him to be the fastest person up the court, but you're probably not going to get both.
I think he's gonna be the fastest person up the court because I think the best
If that
passes
means
is gonna be
he
the
going to have to
rebounders.
be out by the 3-point line to be the fastest for him up the court.
That true, or he could run up the court and it's a little nigga up there and it's a guard up there and he could just euro them and go to the basket, go get the easy layup. And ain't like nobody could guard him like when he running full speed up the court. Let's be honest. When he's playing in a full court transition situation, bro, like, and there's no bigs back to protect the rim, bro. Like, is there anybody that like is who's stopping him from getting a bucket right at the basket? The guards? Come on. Like, let's be honest, bro. Like, if he's in transition situations as much as possible, bro, like, who's stopping it in the big slow bigs that we playing can't get back? Come on, what are we doing? I'm just saying, man. I don't know. You know. What y'all think? Mhm.
Yo, I still think the same. I still think it's the same thing. He gonna get 12 to 14 points no matter what. These dudes going to draw that. Like, I know Trey York for real going to grab that type of gravity because that dude quick fast. He got a
Right.
quick he got a quick first step. He gonna get to the basket, bro. Like, he
Mhm.
Word.
another dude.
Word.
Like I say, he not like
He just got
crapping
the
like
ice. He just got the contract. Ice Trey just signed the rookie contract.
yeah.
Let's go.
Okay.
They was waiting on that. They was waiting on the paperwork for he had to
Right.
get balled out for him to get signed over here. You know what I mean? So they was
Right.
waiting for that paperwork.
We
But
got
yeah,
2 more days until niggas start signing these deals, but these numbers and shit, bro. Like, I didn't see nothing about Cam Thomas, so I don't know.
Bro, my thing is with Cam Thomas, they making space to pay him. by giving contracts to Day'Ron Sharpe and Zion Williams the way they did, by having all these rookie contracts around him. Nobody got no big pay around him. Even CJ was here. Now he's not here. So it just looked like that's the direction that they're going. So that's why
Did
I
you
feel
forget
like
about MPJ, my nigga? That nigga making 38 mil this year.
I mean, yeah, they got MPJ. Yeah, I kind of did forget about him.
He
But
already
at
on he already on
38, yeah, but he had expiring contract. And that's another thing too. Like
It's on
maybe they
next year he's expiring, yeah.
yeah, but they'll I think between now and then they'll have money to pay Cam Thomas. I think between now and then they'll have money to pay Cam Thomas. It's the question is does Cam Thomas want to wait?
Now and then is 2 days, bro.
No, they
Yeah.
got money. They got money. They just don't know how much or how much he wants. You know, they got a price and he got a price, and they trying to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? As they said, there's no market. There's no market for him. So Cam is on the, you know what I'm saying, the shit end of the stick, bro. He gonna have to take something low that he don't want to take for now.
Well, hold on, I'll be right back.
All right. Damn, man, I don't want that for him. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. But because at the end of the day, when you think of players showing franchises loyalty, you got to think of Cam Thomas and what he did for the Brooklyn Nets. He literally seen all Mikal Bridges definitely axed out. I don't care what they say. They can say whatever they want, put it like that. He axed out, Kevin Durant axed out, and Kyrie Irving axed out. Harden axed out. He's seen all of that happen. He didn't ax out. He could have axed out. And my thing is, show the rookies that y'all do right by players that's loyal to y'all. Pay Cam Thomas. It makes sense. Shout to Silas. Shout to Silas. This is Silas Story FBF. He tagged Joe Tsai and the Brooklyn Nets. Cam Thomas too. Tag them. Pay that man. I done sent that video that I call. We ain't gonna recap this. Y'all heathens, man. We ain't gonna recap that. Let me just keep on going. Hold on. But yeah, man, I got nothing but reasons, and I'm gonna continue this. I'm gonna put on Cam Thomas highlights. I was gonna start the whole episode with that, but I might just start some of this episode. Just, you know what I mean, make it part of the show for this episode, and I just put it in the title, man. Can't pay that man Cam Thomas, man. That shit ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Word. They look, and it's just about respect, in my opinion, and it's definitely about culture change. And the Brooklyn Nets have shown that they've had bad contracts. That's why I mentioned Alan Crabb. Y'all clown me for saying Alan Crabtree. I was wrong for that. But Alan Crabb, when you look at Alan Crabb's contract, it was crazy.
They offered Tyler Johnson a crazy contract too, and Miami matched it. Like, they would have got stuck with 2 bad contracts.
I remember Tyler Johnson. I remember them signing him. I was like, what? That was crazy. He was from Phoenix or some shit, right?
Miami matched it. They offered him $50 million, and it was like, what the hell are you doing? Like, okay, you really want Tyler Johnson? And then at the last minute, Miami, he was restricted. Miami matched it, and they ended up with Miami, but they would have ended up with Tyler Johnson on that contract too. They ended up getting Tyler Johnson 2 years later on a minimum deal, but they threw the bag at Tyler Johnson, which was crazy because he was just a bench player for Miami. Like, he wasn't even a contributor really. And they were offering him $50 million.
Hold on, DCC 219 starting that shit. See, I don't be doing it, man. Is Cam Thomas a top 10 shooting guard in the league?
Yeah.
Somebody say yes. Who say yes?
I did.
Okay. All right. Tell us why.
Look, he's a shooting guard. His primary role is to score, right? Like, it's a shooting guard was also called a scoring guard. That's what they used to call it. And
right.
He's one of the handful of guys in the whole league that can score from anywhere on the court, from the logo to the paint. If Cam Thomas gets the ball, he's a threat to score. There's not a lot of Jalen Green's not like that. There's a lot of guys who are really good. De'Aaron Fox doesn't really score in the mid-range. It's not any knock on these guys, but Cam Thomas's ability to score from anywhere is rare. There's not a lot of guys in the league that can do that.
I was watching something called Player's Choice earlier, and they said the best pure scorers ever. Now, I don't think he's one of the best pure scorers ever, but right now, hell yeah, heavens yes. He's a pure scorer for sure. One of the best too. Nobody really want to argue that on the panel, right? Yeah, I got him top 10 as a shooting guard in the league.
Yeah.
No,
Ain't nobody trying to argue that. The only thing I say with Cam is why it's being
he's
difficult for him to get a
not.
contract right now.
I don't know what we get. We don't.
It's because he missed all them games. When your last year your contract, he's supposed to be hooping and he missed all them games. So that's what make it difficult for him to get a contract. You know what I mean? At least what he wants. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Coming into this year, there, bro, they probably got him, bro, like 15.
If
anything. Everybody probably got him 15, bro. Like, I mean, like, except for Nets fans, but like, I don't want to be like.
He around 10. He's fringe 10. I put other 10 players above him. He's definitely fringe around that number. But I mean, I don't know.
I'm gonna just give you 10 names, bro. Like Ant-Man, D-Book, Donovan Mitchell, Jaylen Brown, Jalen Williams, Desmond Bain, Zach LaVine, Austin Reeves, Jalen Green.
Hell no.
Yeah,
I was cool until he said Austin Reeves.
I don't think half those guys are better than him.
As soon as he said Austin Reeves, I was off it, bro. Like, I was with you till you said Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves ain't better than Cam Thomas. That shit is not a fact, bro. He's not.
Austin Reeves ain't better than Cam Thomas.
No. Hell no. I say that emphatically. Hell no. Especially when they have
Jaylen Brown don't even got no left hand, man.
But he got a Finals MVP, so I mean, I don't know.
True. That's true, but he don't got a left hand though. So Cam Thomas got a left hand.
Yeah.
I don't know. Listen, I ain't got time to go back and forth with you.
And then you said Austin Reeves. You totally threw your list. You lost all credibility to your list once you said Austin Reeves.
That ain't my list.
Crazy.
This ain't my list at all.
So there's no validity to that comment. Yeah.
Not my list.
Who list was it? You was the one making it.
No. This is who type, bro. Like, this ain't my list.
I thought you just said I'm gonna name 10 players real quick off the top.
Right.
That ain't what you said.
That wasn't my players off the top, nigga. That's who type, bro. I can send you the link.
Oh, I thought you just said you was going to name 10 players off easily, and those 10 players wasn't easy because it was wrong.
Yeah, definitely. Who type? They got
whatever
that
you
wrong,
want. Whatever you want to tell me. Like,
so you know somebody at who type?
I don't know nobody at Hoop Hype.
All right, so yeah, it says J Word versus Hoop Hype. I'm gonna go with J over Hoop Hype.
Why would you go with J over Hoop Hype?
I mean, I'm just saying, bro. I head to head with Austin Reeves, and you know what I'm saying, and Cam Thomas gave him work. Bro. It was a one-on-one situation, and they was going at it, and Cam Thomas got the best of him. Cam
Austin
Thomas,
was begging for help, man.
This is Cam Thomas in the summer league, bro. He had a game winner in the summer league before he even.
Yo, that one-legged three.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit was crazy.
Listen to this crowd. They are excited. Love the format here in the Summer League. Great Kispert creating the switch right there. Great Kispert on Thomas, but you can't play with the ball. Looking at the shot clock at 1 for the win.
Yo, that's tough.
Thomas, winner.
That's tough, bro.
Tough bucket.
That's tough.
Why would they switch?
Because they was trying to guard him and they can't.
Mm-hmm. That's the summer league. They ain't no scouting report on him. They was letting him go off, bro. He was dropping buckets. He was co-MVP of the summer league. Him and OB Toppin.
Why would you switch and throw a damn middle American on him, bro?
You see niggas was talking about trying to get Obi Toppin? My question is, who would y'all rather, Obi Toppin or Kuminga?
Kuminga.
And why?
So Kuminga is better.
I would probably say Kuminga because he younger than Obi Toppin. But I seen Obi Toppin shoot the ball. He electric, bro. Obi one dunking in the Barclays would be, bro, that should be crazy, bro. So I don't know. I'm not that fast to say Kaminga, bro. I seen
Any
Obi-Wan dunk the ball.
Yeah,
any nigga
Kaminga
that
more
honestly,
got
like
if I was going to
Kaminga
say
more
Kaminga, it would only be because he was never a Nick before. But
exactly.
besides that, I would
That's
probably
the
say
main
Obi.
reason.
I would probably say Obi. Besides that, but because
No,
who was that?
I-
Ice?
yeah,
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 right.
yeah,
What
yeah.
what you think, Ice?
I would say Kaminga because I would say for one, right? Obi had his chances on teams, and you seen what he did coming off the bench. Now Kaminga is a whole different story. Like he should be starting. He got people in front of him, and the coach really don't use Kaminga to the point where he could show what he has, right? And then when he did, like Lee saying, the playoffs, he showed what he could do. Now, giving him some starter minutes in the right place, he could be something way different than Obi. You know what I'm saying? He got untapped potential just sitting behind somebody, kind of like in Cam Thomas situation. You know what I'm saying? Like the same situation. Obi, I don't think Obi was in that situation. I don't think anybody looks at Obi in that type of light as like someone who is sitting on the bench that could be possibly a star, all-star, anything like that. I think they more look at Kaminga like that.
That's a
Okay.
fact, bro. Like I mean,
Yeah.
Kaminga for Steph to go down and Kaminga to not have no minutes and come right in the lineup, bro, and put up 30 something in the playoffs, bro. Come on, I don't even know what we talking, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, Obi Toppin is a show, bro, for sure. But I'm not. There's no way, shape, or form, bro. I'm acknowledging him over whatchamacallit. Shout out to Obi, man, because he is from here, bro.
He was
And
making some big shots in the playoffs, man. His perimeter shooting has improved. His dunks, he like Bree said, could get shit electric. Like I feel like
Yeah.
Obi Toppin. I don't know if he's a little bit more proven than Kaminga or more reliable than Kaminga or something than Kaminga. I don't know.
Kaminga's ready to be a star now. Like Obi Toppin everything that Obi Toppin is doing is systematic. Like the Pacers is that much. The Pacers is a system team, and they allow they get the best out of like players that is not gonna go out there and go get their own on their own. But that's not who Kaminga is.
But it seemed like that's what
Kaminga
we're trying to build too, though. That same type of
maybe
shit.
maybe, but if we had that system in place already, I'd say Obi. But right now we don't, so I'm saying Kaminga.
I feel you. But again, to the conversation,
Yeah, I don't honestly.
Mike,
I don't really want either one of them niggas. I was just asking because I'm hearing rumblings about both. But my fault, Breeze. Go ahead.
nah, you good. Money Mike, he said Cam Thomas is definitely better than Reeves. He got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 players that I agree with him. I don't say Bradley Beal because he's not healthy enough. At one time on the Wizards, yes, on the Washington Wizards, Bradley Beal, his play was better than Cam Thomas for sure. One of my favorite players back then too.
He said
For
once
sure.
upon a time he was.
Yes, back once. Yeah, exactly. So that being said, as of now, currently, nah, Cam Thomas is a better shot creator than him. We want to get to some Cam Thomas highlights too, man.
If you really want to, if niggas really want to tell me Tyler Hero and Zach LaVine is behind Cam Thomas right now, that's fine, bro. Go ahead, but I'm just looking for
We've
the
been
line.
having that argument for a couple years. I think the Tyler Hero versus Cam Thomas, and I still take CT over Tyler Hero, even with his 3-point championship or whatever he won this year. I still got CT, man, especially as a scorer. It's not even close to me, really. Like Tyler Hero could get buckets, but he can't get buckets like Cam.
Yeah, I feel like Cam Thomas, he get downhill when he won. He just do what he want when he out there. You know what I'm saying?
Just to let
And
y'all
he
know.
Like Tyler
in the
Hero,
last
Tyler Hero
part.
take what the defense gives him. Cam Thomas gives what the defense got to take.
This nigga here, bro. This nigga here, bro. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, Tyler Hero was he just came off a season when he was averaging 24, 5, and 5.
Nah, I know what he was averaging. I've been watching him, especially watching Tyler Hero since fucking after the All-Star break. Because once he won that 3-point championship, I was like, okay, Tyler. You know what I mean? But I still don't think he's better player or scorer than Cam, but I fuck with his game though.
Right, because my thing is, it's sad that they say stuff like, it's no market for him, bruh. This dude put buckets in the basket. Talking about ain't no market for him. Just sign
It
the
ain't
man.
because
What's
don't
all of
nobody.
that? What's
Nah,
Ain't
all
but
because
the
nobody
it's
don't
the
got no
all
money.
the
business of it, bro.
politics for?
It's the business.
There's no
Who got the
market because
money to
nobody
pay
got
him?
money.
Who got the money to pay him? And a lot of them is already invested in their two guard. So if they got money already invested in the two guard, that means we're gonna have him coming off the bench. And who got the money to pay a bench player a lot of money?
All right, so look,
Nobody.
I changed the name of the title to hashtag pay Cam Thomas at the end of it. So we gonna watch highlights, and I'm gonna pretty much exaggerate the scoring and say pay that man after every time.
Bro, you got
Simmons
to turn
off the
you got to turn the
lob.
sound
Nice
off.
ATO.
You
They
got to
take
turn
a
the sound
starter
off.
spot.
Turn the sound
He
off.
wants to really
You got to
force
turn it
that.
off.
Yeah,
Off.
man.
You got to turn it
Bro,
off.
I got it. Police, fucking sound police. Pay that man. Look at bro. Playmaking. That's playmaking before Jaeger come to the team. Playmaking, dancing on him. Pay that man. Look at him from the half court line. He see the defense. Read the defense from the half court line. Yo, pay that man, bro. Pay that man.
They should have been paid him, man. They playing, man. They
Look,
trying to
he
lowball him.
finds Schroeder for the three. Going out of bounds. Pay that man. Oh, nobody ain't see me pass that ball. You ain't see that assist, right? You just see him score points. Look, tough shot. Pay that man. Look, he got aura. Look how he be staring in the crowd when he scored. Oh my God, that's leg work at the gym. Pay that man. What are we talking about, bro? Look, he see that they want a double. He sees, oh, got him. Bruh, that's tough. He faked like he was gonna go to the screen and then got open. I should have what? Bruh, get into the paint, bro. He's strong, bro. He don't play for the whistle. He scored through the physicality. Come on, man. He giving the Bucks work. Floaties. Pay that man.
Bro,
Damn.
I'm telling you, to see highlights like this, you got to pull up some of
Oh my
your favorite players, man. You can't just pull up
Mhm.
anybody off a team. You got to pull up some of your favorite players to get buckets this tough.
Exactly. Look at Cam Thomas. Got him. Going to the basket. Floaties off the glass. He look, 122, 121. Who got the ball in his hands? That's why you pay that man. That's why you... Let me just have a little soliloquy real quick. I'm not saying pay him because he's my favorite player and I met his mama love and I got to spit around for before she got
You
in the
saying
car.
pay him because of the way it looked, man.
I'm saying pay him because they gave him the ball in the fourth quarter, up by one, to see whether or not we gonna extend the lead or be up one and be in danger of losing the game. He put us in a situation where we don't lose the game because we up by 3, and at most they could tie. You know what I'm saying? We not losing this game.
2 years,
But we
12
lost.
million.
But we did lose that game.
Hold on, Lee. Hold on. 2 years, 12 million. Breezy.
Nah, you
Yeah.
can't do it like that.
All right, then you can't.
do it like
If that's on the table, he don't take it, then he not getting paid. You know what I mean? Like
that's
Yo,
the best they got.
honestly, that's probably what they already offered him, and he said no. And then they told him, "All right, well, you can go if you could go find a contract better than that, we can match it." And that's where we're at right now.
that's what I'm saying. So you can't. They probably is trying to pay him, but it's not what he want. That's what I'm saying. Like they probably got
Because
an offer for him.
wasn't him and Dayron on the same deal?
The work before, yeah, I think
Yeah, they was on the
Rookie deal.
same rookie deal. So
They was on the same
that's what they
deal.
offered Dayron. And like I said before, it's double what you was making already. So it's still an improvement. But
Yeah.
damn,
Cam Thomas feel like he deserved more than that, and I
he
do too.
do.
All right. So again, my point is
But if they know ain't nobody else gonna offer him more than that, they making a team friendly deal, I guess, and like making a contract that's beneficial to the team, not the player.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, but that being said, again, you still showed these rookies culture. You show them this is how we do things around here. If
And
you
the
pay
part that
Cam
pisses
Thomas,
me off, bro, I feel like they stunted his development and then trying to lowball him. It's not like you
right?
gave him every opportunity in the world to get all of the numbers that he's supposed to get, and then he
Facts.
just didn't perform. Y'all stunted him and then saying, "Yeah, now take this low ball, nigga." Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
crazy. I would
Brooklyn.
be upset with that. I would be looking for
Yeah,
another team for real.
ain't shit funny. Ain't shit funny, especially when it comes to the money. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's ultimately what it is. But a
The
player that
Nets,
could
but
get the ball, hold on, if a player that could get the ball less than a minute and you could give it to him to
yeah,
score the ball, bro, that shit is
hold on.
why you pay that player, bro. You can't get that from every 27th pick. You can't get that from every player that you draft. If you already got that on your team and he's showing a sign of commitment, I think you match that, bro, and you do the right thing and you pay that man.
Facts.
Word. So this is him again, getting past whoever that guy is. Zach LaVine. You know he fouled him. Why are you looking around for? Then look, they try to double him. He play makes. See what I'm saying? Yeah, they say they don't play make. That's a play make right there. Schroeder finds him because he gets to the basket and finds Claxton. Everybody say, "Oh, we waiting for these other play." No, Cam Thomas was finding Claxton when he played basketball with him. Look, he get to the paint, he get down in that area, and he find people, bro. He don't just look to score. Now, I largely give that to Joey Fernandez, bro. Look where he shot it from, bro. Oh my goodness, man! Like this is what I'll be saying, bro. You pay this man. How you don't look at this man and say, "Pay this man $12 million"? He probably scoffed at it. Said, "Man, listen, man. I got 12 million reasons on why y'all should pay me more money than that."
Right. Shit. 12 million. You talking about for now till All-Star break, nigga?
Yeah, I think what he should do is take a prove it deal. He should take a 1 year contract and then, you know what
1
I'm
year
saying?
contract.
Well, yeah, play out the year because he didn't get a chance to because he got injured. So that's why they lowballing him right now because he didn't play that last season. So
That's exactly why.
But
That's
I feel
exactly
like
why they
it was their
lowballing them.
fault, bro. They was the one telling me, and I don't know this, but I feel like they was the one telling him to sit
That's
out till you
allegedly, bro.
100%, 100%. Like he would have came back and played at 80% if he wanted to.
Yeah,
yeah, but
that's alleged, bro. Like I think the front office did it at the perfect time when nobody else got free agent, when nobody else got real cap space to really pay him. So they did it at the perfect time to protect their interest.
Right.
They
But
protect their
the
shot.
interest. But my thing is the interest to pay who? You know what I'm saying? Like you pay Kaminga.
It
Like, and
wasn't
again,
it wasn't
forget.
the interest to pay anybody, bro. Like they wasn't
But
trying to pay anybody. They were trying to just pick up like the Nets like this offseason.
beautiful.
Let's just say the Nets did what they were supposed to do. They picked up contracts so they wouldn't have to pay the shit out of their pocket and go into free agency and pay random niggas. We went and picked up MPJ contract filler. We went and picked up Terrence Mann contract filler. We gave up and then we got 5 rookies that we about to pay
Bad.
their regular rookie deals. That's an extra 19 mil between 5 players. We paid Dayron. We got away with giving Dayron short money. We got away with giving Zaire short money. Now Cam Thomas is trying to find a market, which there's no market right now because nobody got cap space to pay 15 mil to the nigga that they're gonna bring off the bench for a championship team. They
Okay,
don't.
that's opinion. All right, so hold on. This is what I want to say. Again, why you pay that man? Brooklyn Nets down 103, 105 to the New Orleans Pelicans. 35 seconds left in the game. You give him the ball, he deliver, bro. Bow! And we win that game. So now I'm saying, and he care about the rivalry. He always give the Knicks work. Like more times than not, he give the Knicks work, bro.
We
I see
lost
him
like 8 in a
beating,
row to these niggas, bro.
bro. We're not talking about
That's
the team. I'm
Mikal
talking
Bridges'
about him
fault.
specifically. Exactly. Like he
That's
always got
Mikal
some
Bridges'
negative
fault.
shit to say right away, man. Stop.
It ain't
Like,
negative.
bro,
This is the truth, bro. We lost.
I'm not talking
Yeah,
about the
because of
team.
Mikal
Hold
Bridges.
on. Did
You
I
ain't say
say
ever since
anything?
Mikal Bridges got to New York, we
Which
lost
is
to the
facts.
niggas, which is a fact.
Exactly.
You ain't say that.
Exactly.
But that's a fact too.
Bro,
You
but
said
Right.
then you
it
still
right.
take,
Yeah,
bro, you
but
take
I'm
it up,
saying
bro,
you
you take it
highlight the
away.
wrong things.
Right. And
What am I
at the end of
supposed
the,
to? What am I
bro,
supposed to highlight, bro? He played
bro,
25 games.
bro, what you talking? You're not, it's not even your turn to talk. You ain't gotta highlight shit. Or you could just enjoy this part of the
There
show.
you go with this my turn to talk shit. It wasn't we wasn't going around in the table, my nigga. We was all talking at the same time.
What I'm saying is, you talking about hey, we lost that game. I'm not talking about whether we won or lost the game. I'm watching highlights to show why we should pay that man. So that's what I'm saying. It's not. That's why I said it's not your turn to talk, because you just basically cut me off to say that, but it got nothing to do with the content that we actually discussing. You know what I'm saying? So basically, you can just say whatever you want to say, and no matter if you just cut off what I say. Like, nigga, I'm not even talking about me. I'm talking about why they should pay Cam Thomas. I'm not just, bro. Let me just finish saying why they should pay Cam Thomas. What's all this pushback for? Because we ain't got Zach Edey, nigga. Like, calm down.
If we was talking about paying Zach Edey, you'd be like, pay him.
Yeah,
it ain't even a contract year for him.
It ain't, bro. But it ain't because that's what I'm trying to get to, nigga, bro. Obviously, but that's a bad idea, I guess. Like, I don't know.
Nobody said it was a bad idea.
Exactly. Nobody, please, man.
Even though he's soft, you know what I mean? He ain't as soft as Gobert. So it's all right.
I know. He ain't soft at all, bro. Like, I don't know who get that loud. That shit from.
See, look, he play make inside the 3-point line. He found Clowney by the foul line, and he make wise decisions. He got the midi. Y'all know he got the midi. So that means he could pump fake from the 3-point line and get to the midi and score the ball. He could hit the three like Jordy Fernandez want him to hit the three. You know what I'm saying? One-on-one situations, just him and him. Look, they draw, he cheat. Trying to stop him, he find the corner three. This is what he doing. Why I'm saying he should pay that man. To the left, play makes. To the right, bro, he is a playmaker too. He not getting no credit for that, but I constantly see it. And when there was nobody under the rim, he double pumps and scores the ball. This is why you should pay that man. I don't know if we won this game or not, but this is why you should pay that man. Bro, look how much defenders come to him when he got the ball in his hand, bro. That's why I be open people. Bro, like no foul. He not even playing for the whistle. He's still scoring. Cam Thomas. In the paint, it's like 3 defenders there. Well, how you don't pay this guy, bro? Who you gonna get? Just because we got Drake Powell, you don't want Cam Thomas? Stop it. He supposed to come on. Everybody say he supposed to come off the bench for fucking who? Who should he be coming off the bench for? You see what he doing? He's not no 6-man, bro. This dude is a starter, bro. You put the ball in his hands, man. You put the ball in his hands. I'm not
saying he needs to be coming off the bench,
bro. Listen.
Who said that?
Anybody who said it. I'm
just talking about the fact that if another team was trying to get him, that's what everybody keeps saying that they would do. That's why he's not going to get paid. But I feel like it's just like situational. It's like you said, it's the best time right now for the Nets to lowball them because a lot of teams are invested in their 2 guards already.
Basically.
Good pass. He finding Clax over and over, bro. And everybody's saying he's not a playmaker. It's a lie. They're not watching it. They go off of big meeting narratives.
But if during the season somebody happened to get hurt or something like that, there would be a bigger market for Cam Thomas at that point.
Mm-hmm. Look how he play, man. He just threw a full court pass for a basket, bro.
You said, hold on. You said during the season if somebody get hurt. What you mean?
Like if a two guard on a popular team get hurt, they're gonna be looking for somebody to score like Cam Thomas at that point.
That's a fact. I bet you his price probably go way up. Like, yo, y'all wasn't trying to, you know what I mean? Look for me then. He's somebody that price gonna go way up.
It really depends. To me, it really depends on the deal that he get now, bro. If he get a deal now and he play that contract and he play out that 1 or 2 year deal, he play like say if he get a 1+1 and he could opt out of the player op and get more money, bro. Like he'll have to do it in a year where he go off like he go ballistic.
Listen, I'm not debating what Leaf's saying. I'm saying as a franchise, if you want to build a good relationship, a good rapport with the rookies that you just drafted, you don't show them that when the opportunity presents itself, regardless whether it's strategic for them not to pay him now. But when it is strategic to pay him, you pay him. In my opinion, as a franchise, you're sending the right message to the rookies that you drafted. Why invest in 5 rookies when you're about to show these 5 rookies, look, we're the rookie that we drafted, we're not going to pay him. That is the wrong message. You are absolutely sending the right
bro.
message to the rookies by paying Cam Thomas.
But you
You
gotta
saying, look, you
realize
know me?
they already sending the wrong message by drafting 5 rookies and making them play Hunger Games. Like the goal of this shit is really to
Making them play
draft
Hunger
1 or 2
Games.
rookies and give them a VIP first class experience and focus your attention on them, their growth and their development. But instead of that, we got 5 rookies that said, yo, it's Hunger Games. We gonna see who's the best out of y'all niggas, then whoever else is gonna get left in the dust.
So you don't like
No,
that
no,
though? You don't like the fact that they
well,
got
no.
players competing for
I don't think
minutes?
we
That's
did
the
that.
best,
I,
bro. Hold on,
I
that's
got
the best. Hold on, Jay. That's the best. Players competing for minutes, bro. That mean they're gonna be out there. You know what I'm saying? Playing not just to score the ball, but playing the best basketball they could play. I like that, bro. Unless they earned it.
maybe.
Like for instance, hold
But
on.
I
Let me say this
also
last
think
thing.
it shows that we don't believe in you for real.
Nah. Hold on. Also,
I don't think it
no.
shows
Hold
that.
on. Hold on.
I think it
I don't.
shows we building a unified
Hold
front.
on. I think it's they saying that the system is bigger than the player. I think that's what they're doing more than saying we don't believe in you. And I think that's what they, if you listen to Jordy Fernandez, you listen to Sean Mark, that's what they're trying to say. The system that we trying to build to win is going to be more important than the player. And yeah, they want the prototype player. That's why they went out and got these big players. But they not trying to get into the whole, oh, he's a superstar, because it went bad with superstars. We all know who and why and whatever. But case in point is somebody like Cam Thomas, just do right by him, man. Just pay him. It just makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
And
shit,
then
they did right. They did right by Claxton and whatchamacallit and Dayron, bro. Like, I don't think this revolves to the niggas that we picked at all. I think that, bro,
Nah,
like
they
we
ain't
did
do
right
right
by.
by Dayron neither. Dayron just took what he was given because he know he got less clout than Cam.
Nah, pay the man. Y'all,
I mean,
Breezy
but
said
I
pay the
mean,
man.
but
They got
but I mean,
don't-
but at the same time, the same thing could happen to Ben Surratt. The same thing could happen to any of these niggas. We trying to build a unit, bro. That's what we trying to build. We ain't
that's what
trying
we
to lock
doing.
in the one with them, lock in the one nigga and then give him 100 man just because the fan base told us so. That's what we not trying to do.
and what I'm about to say, Claxton played. He played. You know what I'm saying? You knew why
Exactly.
Claxton didn't play good. Cam ain't play. He got hurt. And that was his last year of the contract. So if he bet on himself and he wanted to wait and he got hurt, that's on Cam. And now they like, yeah, take this 12 million. He like, nah. They like, all right, go out there and find it. And he like, I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's in a bad situation for himself because he ain't play. That's the only thing stopping him from getting the contract that he wants. You know what I'm saying? The type of contract he wants.
Yeah, but my thing is, he an NBA player. I think he should believe in himself and say, you know what, I'll take the tended, and then I'm gonna be an unrestricted next season. I'll be an unrestricted free agent, and I think he will eventually get paid, bro. I've seen lesser players get paid more money than what Cam Thomas is getting paid. And yeah, I agree to Jay's point earlier, bro. Let them duke it out, bro, for who's the best. Like, I think Zion Williams is better than Terrence Mann, but shit, if Terrence Mann was starting over Zion Williams, or maybe Zion Williams is not playing because he's resting, I would be fine with that. You feel what I'm saying? I just think that a lot of the players are interchangeable on our team, besides the two guard. The two guard, you got Cam Thomas and you got Drake Powell. Keon Johnson, he a scoring guard, but you know what I mean? You want him at the point because his height, man. He's like 6'2", 6'3". So I don't know,
I'll
man.
be
I
I'll
don't
be
look at
I'll be
Keon Johnson
honest,
as
bro. Like a situation like this, bro. Like you go around the other 29 teams in the league. You're not gonna find too many teams, bro. That's got somebody like. I mean, you are gonna find a lot of teams that got 20-point scorers, but I guarantee you, like even if they had the game, even if they had flashes, bro, they niggas. Some of these franchises is not coming out of pocket and saying, "Yo, we need to pay this nigga 4 years, 100 mil." I promise you that, bro. Like, I mean, listen, I get what listen, and Cam Thomas has done astronomical things on the basketball court. Like, I'm not denying that, but at the same time, bro, like most of this shit is contingent, bro, on your player of the year progress, however it may be, awards, first teams, all that other crazy shit, all stars, champion, like all of that shit gets you paid, bro. If you don't got none of
That
that shit ain't gonna get you paid. It's just facts, bro. Like I ain't no other way to cross it.
Kaminga ain't get paid either. You know what I mean? Like Kaminga ain't get paid either. You know what I'm saying? He's still on the market too.
That's why
He's
he
still on the market. He's still on the market, but he got a championship or a ring while he on the market too. So like, I mean, and championship niggas get paid no matter what. If you was on the team, I don't give a fuck if you was the water boy, nigga, you getting paid. Like it is what it is. So yeah, we seen that in the past too. So Nikola Jokic is gonna get a bag, bro, like because he got a goddamn ring before he even stepped on the NBA court. So like that's going to happen.
Yeah, I still feel like culture wise, you're doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? It looks good, and for the most part, from the media, because of the players in the franchise relationship, Brooklyn Nets had a black eye, for lack of better words. You know what I mean? The whole thing with KD, Kyrie, it's like a makeover, turning a new leaf. You know what I'm saying? No pun intended. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, you want to have the players that you draft have a certain impression on you. You want because players talk. There's podcasts. There's just players talking to players. You know, they talk. You know what I'm saying? So it's important, especially if they talk about building relationships. You know, you look at the documentary that the Brooklyn Nets came out with. They always talking about building relationships and this and that. That's who you should be building relationships with, showing them that you're investing in them. You know what I mean? Not just, you know what I mean, lowballing them every chance you get.
Shout out to Easy, bro. Yo, hold up, Money Mike, bro. That's not why he has more value than Cam Thomas. He has more value than Cam Thomas because he was on the championship team. My guy, they was both in the same draft. Don't let's not do that. Like, come on, that's what we're not doing.
Hold on, Cottage 81. I threw the link in the chat too for Big Priest and Easy. Bro, Cottage 81 said, no, they not overrated. I'm not rating them. You know, this is the first time I've seen 5 rookies.
How the fuck are we overrated?
I said they'll shock the NBA because I seen Cam Thomas play with every teammate and he always put up numbers. And as far as what they were looking for in the backcourt, they got it. Either with Yegor, Nolan, and Saraf, with either or of them, or all three of them. You know, they definitely, you know what I'm saying, I think struck gold. And again, it shows how important it is.
It shows how important dad duty is, because when it comes up, you got to drop everything, and, you know, do that.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean?
That is a fact, man. Shout out to everybody that's on dad duty.
Right. Especially on 4th of July. You heard?
That's a fact. Oh my God, man! Ready to cook out these burgers, these burgers,
right.
And, the other stuff on the grill, man. And
right. Shout out to all the grill masters in the sandals with the braided. Your toes not out. The braided sandals in the front.
Yep.
They making good shit.
Shout out to the ones in the Crocs, man, where they supposed to be with the toes out, bro. But they in Crocs, man, trying to fuck up a grill. Yeah. Definitely, bro. Easy. That's you.
Yo, I'm hot.
Easy, that's real.
Yo, what's the word, yo?
No, that ain't shit the word. What up, bro? I just want just so you hear, bro, and just so we clear, that shit that you said in the chat the other day wasn't valid. So I'm starting off every time y'all see you, bro. I'm saying fuck the Atlanta Hawks.
You must be fucking crazy, sir.
No, I'm not crazy. You shouldn't say the shit that you said. Yeah, I'm letting you know that's every time I see you. Every time I see you, bro, I'm leading with that. Fuck the Atlanta Hawks, bro. I'm leading with it.
Crazy. You gonna be fucking.
I know I'm not crazy. I'm leading with it, bro. Fuck them. No. Because you shouldn't have said what you said. I was on board with you. No.
Doesn't mean I don't like them niggas ain't gonna thrive, my nigga.
They ain't burning down a goddamn thing.
We gonna fucking thrive this season, my nigga. Stop hating on the niggas, my nigga. You see what's going on, my nigga. You see what's going on.
And I don't see shit. I see black and white, nigga. That's what I see. Fuck out of here, bro. Like, and I'm letting you know on Front Street, just because I was with you, bro, until you said that bullshit. And I was like looking at, I'm like, it's just nigga. I'm like, did he really just say this? I'm like, no, he ain't say this.
You was with me until I said that shit, my nigga. You gotta just hold it down, my nigga. You gotta hold it down, my nigga.
It down, bro. I switched my whole shit up, bro. After you said that shit, I said, fuck the Atlanta Hawks. I switched my whole shit up because of that, bro. Now every time you come up in here, bro, I'm leading with that. Fuck the Atlanta Hawks, bro. I mean it with my chest.
So this is what's going on, Breeze. So I walk through your fucking
yes,
door. You got somebody trying to swing on me, my nigga. I got
yes. I'm swinging.
Right, that was your greeting.
I'm shooting. I'm throwing ninja stars, bro. Like all that shit. I'm throwing
the kick. I gotta step through the fucking door. I gotta get into a fucking fight. I gotta shake it. I gotta shake with one nigga. I gotta shake with the whole fucking party, my nigga. The whole party. It's like a 1 against 5 on a nigga, bro. And niggas just be dropping jewels in a nigga. Niggas be swinging fucking facts, my nigga.
I'm throwing top
Atlanta Hawks about to make some fucking noise this season. You like hold that shit down, my nigga. That shit gonna hurt your fucking heart, my nigga. That light-skinned niggas thriving in this motherfucking league, my nigga.
No, they ain't.
Dark-skinned niggas with the black and white fucking struggling, nigga. Thinking about getting white niggas to see that's fucking That's who you. That's you know how I know. You know how I know you lying, bro? Because 3 light-skinned niggas just got Achilles injuries, and SDA, bro, is a dark-skinned nigga that just won the whole fucking thing, bro. So you're excluded on that. So you fucked up right there. 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 You fucked up right there.
Yo, leave. I fuck with the point, but I still don't know if we could call Dame light skin, man. That's still up for debate.
That nigga.
I guess we can and we can't, bro. But I'm labeling him as light skin, bro, because he in that category, he in that shaded area, bro. The other 2 light skin niggas, bro, it was a lot of heavy co-signer on another nigga from Indiana, bro, and shit went left, bro. Like, and that's how the whatchamacallit won that game. But still in all, it was a dark-skinned nigga that won scoring champion, all NBA, first team all NBA, conference MVP, regular season MVP, and finals MVP.
Lucky the light.
Yo, hold on.
Come
out.
Jordan, nigga. The only dark-skinned niggas do shit like that. Not no light-skinned niggas.
Time out. That's his reflection of how he sees the game. Disclaimer: I don't care if you're light-skinned or dark-skinned. I don't care if you're white or black. I just want you to hoop at the maximum, to the max, like Big Ja would say. I just want you to hoop at the maximum capacity. You know, I don't care how you look. Honestly, I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
No. I'm Breezy. I'm gonna give you the backstory to this. You see, he knew that comment was gonna try me, but he put it in all caps anyway. We had a good ass conversation.
What did he say?
And his nut ass put it in caps anyway. And I looked at it. I said,
"Who?
I know this nigga didn't do that, bro. He gonna go in the chat.
This comment?
No. It was on another screen, bro. Like it was on another screen. He gonna write in the comments. He's like, the light skinned niggas about to run the table. Some. I'm like,
it's the year of the light skinned niggas.
I'm like,
they had their year already, man. Their year was Golden State and all that shit. Their year was over.
They having another one.
Thank you, Jay.
No. Niggas is lucky this light skinned nigga got hurt. He was about to pop this dark skinned nigga. You hear me? He was about to pop this nigga. He's gonna begin at the game, my nigga. We know what's going on, my nigga.
Out of here, bro.
And you know was about to pop these niggas for that W, my nigga, for that chip, my nigga. It'd have been another year of the light skinned niggas.
Bro, you can say whatever you want. All I know is
leave.
Why
so
hold on,
serious?
Priest. No. Because he knew that shit was gonna trigger me, bro. Like, and he been around me long enough to know, bro, like how I feel about this situation. He didn't have to do that, but he did. And he did it, and I feel like
motherfucker be hating on fucking Steph Curry because he light skinned, my nigga. Light skinned nigga fucking popping niggas all across the league, left and right, my nigga. You gotta hold that down.
Fuck that nigga in his whole setup. I mean that.
Hold on.
Fuck out of here.
Hold on. I just want everybody to know that you could be the color purple. If you're a fan, you're welcome to this show. Now, I don't want light-skinned fans to pull up. What if a light-skinned fan just jumped in the chat just now and he heard this rhetoric? I just want to say from me to you, my brother, that is love from one light skinned brother to another brother.
It is
hold on,
love.
let me finish. Hold on, let me
As long
finish.
as he don't get in no fight, bro. As long as he
All
don't
this
try to
light
stop
skin
that shit.
disrespect. I'm light skinned. What the fuck you talking about, Lee?
Yo, but hold up. I'm about to say, yo, Leaf, you about the same complexion as Dame, man.
Time out.
So you saying?
I'm not the same complexion as Dame, bro. I promise you that, bro. I got pictures and I got portraits to prove it, nigga. I stand Wakanda, nigga. Fuck you mean?
Time out. I gotta say that this rhetoric is what divided the black community. I would like for it to stop. I would like for all my brothers, regardless of the shade or tone of your skin, especially if we got the same plight. Cops see you, cops see me, it's the same plight.
Nah,
So
you was in the
please.
house. We ain't got the same plight. It's hot outside.
That's exact. Thank you. Yeah, that they talk that shit, Jay.
I know we ain't talking about houses and being in the house.
I'm getting punched on, bro. This was going on. I'm walking in this nigga crib. I'm getting punched on, my nigga. What's going on? Why every time I walk up in the crib, I gotta get fucking jumped or I gotta get punched on, my nigga? The Leaf coming at me crazy, or it's either if I pop up in the room, it's like a 1 against 3, 1 against 5, because what the fuck I'm saying? The fuck going on, my nigga? What's going on in your crib, my nigga? What you got against me?
I don't know what the hell you and Lee carrying over.
I just popped up in the spot, my nigga. I got popped
dark skin. All I'm saying is, bro, my mama.
That's what's gonna happen to Easy every time he come up in here.
Hold on, my mama light skin and my daddy dark skin. So this shit is just ridiculous to me. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, that's no seriously. Like, right? Like I would never be torn between light skin and dark skin people because my mama is light skinned, like really fair skinned, like, and my pops is dark skinned, like really dark skinned, and I'm the complexion because he's dark skinned and she's light skinned. So it's just ridiculous to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, man, this shit got nothing to do with basketball, in my opinion. If Steph Curry was dark skinned, doing what he would do, he would get the same praise from me. If Michael Jordan was a bald headed light skinned,
he would look weird as fuck.
Right, but still, he would get the same praise from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, he's still a great player. He still did what he did.
I'm about to make an AI white Michael Jordan.
Hold on. And hold on. To further my point, before we get back to this rhetoric of light skin and not liking light skin and being pro dark skin and not like fuck all that. I'm saying Jordan changed that when he got to the international league. This is another part of the conversation I wanted to have too. Akeem Olajuwon being Nigerian, showing the world that he could play, being from Nigeria, showing internationally that I can compete with anybody. It don't matter if you're from Spain, Europe, NBA, wherever you at, I can compete with you. So shout to Akeem Olajuwon, shout to Michael Jordan for doing what he did in the 1992 Olympics and so on and so forth, and shout to Dirk Nowitzki, saying y'all can't push me around like I'm just some white boy. I can hoop with the best of them. So case in point is that NBA can destroy light skin and dark skin narratives. If you can hoop, if you're the best basketball player, guess what? You just the best basketball player. Are you gonna say fuck? If you don't like light skin, like, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not following that rhetoric. I'm taking the whip, like Easy would say. I'm taking the whip. I'm going down a whole nother block. I don't even need a rebuttal. I don't even need a rebuttal. I don't need a retort. I'm not in this whole light skin, dark skin shit. I got love for light skin and dark skin people.
Hold on.
I don't think it's that serious though. Like, I don't think nobody hating light skin, dark skin people.
Yeah, right. No, imagine you just come in the chat. You come in the chat, and the first thing you hear is "fuck them light skin niggas." Like, that's why I gotta.
But listen, I'm a dark skinned nigga, and I know the light skinned niggas be hating, so it's all good.
I just got a question. Because I heard the conversation.
What you mean, Pretty Ricky? What they called him?
Hold on, Leaf.
Let me represent.
I know you got a question.
If y'all need a new representative of light skinned dudes, I'll step up and do what I gotta do to create the peace between my brothers.
Nah, you got too much shade for that. First off, you got too much shade for that. That's number one, bro.
It gotta be a lighter skin.
Hold on, Leaf. But Breeze, y'all was talking about CT earlier. So has details came out about a contract offer?
Nah.
Nothing yet.
Nah.
But this further in my conversation about paying that man. I put highlights up to show why they should pay that man. We seen some game winners.
Yeah, I was in there.
All right.
I was just wondering because I think somebody said 12 million. I think I said 12 million, so I was
2
wondering
years,
if
12 million, or some shit like that. Yeah, I thought I thought that was out of line. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
The
But
2 year 12 is what Zaire and Dayron both got.
I said 2 years 35, bro. Like, and people was discussing at me for that. Bro. So, I mean, I wasn't saying no 2 years 12 for no Cam
But
Thomas.
what I said was correct though, because he was hurt last year. Really, the last 2 years, it's going to affect what they offer him. I mean, it is what it is. It affected what they offer Kyrie Irving, his availability.
True.
Now,
availability is a major stat. And I know like a lot of fans like to put emphasis on the points, rebounds, and all of that, but the teams be putting the emphasis on the availability. Like, all right, how many games can you do that? You know, how promising are you to be available next season? I think that's why Dame got let go, because they like, yo, Giannis can't win with
crazy.
You.
I mean, they did Dame a favor. He's still getting paid.
Right, but what I'm saying is, listen, it's all money. Like, to fans, we shouldn't care about that. They looked at it like, listen, it don't matter to us. We can't win with you. We gotta let you go to put somebody next to Giannis that we can win with. We fucked up giving up Drew Holiday. Now we gotta correct our mistake. That's how.
Yeah,
I feel like too. They said they feel like with Giannis. From what I heard, Giannis wasn't happy about that move. So,
of course,
I'm still
from
want
what
to
I
see
heard,
how that go.
Dame was hurt 2 times. He was there for 2 seasons, and in 2 seasons he was hurt in the playoffs. He out of there, bro. Ain't nothing to talk about.
That's a fact. Giannis was hurt for one of them playoffs too, bro. Like, by the way, but I only said it like the thing is, bro. Like, the way the CBA is going, bro, I won't be surprised if niggas starting fights with CJ McCollum on the court, because he was the head of the snake on this shit, on this deal, on this new CBA that got passed, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, it's gonna be some. The second that
It
niggas
don't really
see
matter
CJ
though,
McCollum
Leaf,
on the
because
court,
the owners was going to get what they was going to get.
That's
It's their league. It's their league. You know what I'm saying?
Can't argue with that.
If you don't like this offer, I mean, we can have another holdout. The owners don't care. The owners are billionaires.
That's a fact.
That's not true. I disagree.
That is a simple fact.
I disagree, because I feel like the players got all of the power, because the players choose to hold out. The owners are missing out on more money than the players are missing out on individually. So the owners, it's in their interest to have the games being played.
The owners
on top of that, a lot of these owners.
That's not true, because most of these owners, like most of these team owners,
baseball teams and shit like
that. Most of these owners, this shit is a hobby for them.
They're not tripping. This is
that's true. That's true. Most of them, but the ones who make their money from basketball care.
Like the Clippers owner, what's his name?
Steve Ballmer.
Donald Sterling.
No, he's not the owner.
No, Steve Ballmer. He just said it.
Steve Ballmer, the new Lakers owner.
The new Lakers owner.
Yeah, they be tech guys and all of that.
These dudes is like billionaires. Now the Celtics is up for sale right now, so I don't know how that's
going to go. The Celtics got a group though. They got a group. They got an ownership. They got a.
But most of these dudes, like I think, I'm not sure who own Atlanta right now, but these dudes ain't tripping off that. If you're a billionaire, okay, you want your money, because that's how they stay billionaires. But if we have to shut down the season, because they done did it too many times, you know what I'm saying?
I want to add to what Big P said. I think it's also that you get in this buying an NBA team club by being successful in other things. This ain't your main bread and butter.
Absolutely.
That's true.
Absolutely.
So the reality.
Now, Jeannie Buss, when she was the owner, all her money came from the Lakers. So
all of it.
If it's a lockout and they not making no money, that hurts. So it do hurt some owners. But if you're looking at the majority, like that shit wouldn't hurt Mark Cuban back when he was the owner.
Yeah.
That shit wouldn't hurt. You know what I mean? That Mark Cuban to just go back and make a new season of that show he was doing.
Exactly. Like the play, like right now, like this CBA put it put the onus in such a hierarchy, bro. Like to give them like that boost where they really don't even care, bro. Like if the players come to them with demands and shit, they can finally say, "All right, well, shit, you want to play overseas? Okay, fuck it, boom, we paying somebody cheaper." Because the
Yeah,
NBA like young and
like
cheap
a nigga
as
like Ben
it is
Simmons.
anyway.
Like a nigga like Ben Simmons, if he not getting his
Don't do
check,
that. Don't do
how
that.
he gonna maintain his lifestyle? You know what I'm saying? Some of these dudes then spent so much money. That's why a lot of them be broke when they get out the league. You don't hear owners broke.
I ain't gonna lie. That nigga
You
Malik, my
heard
nigga
about Malik Beasley?
Malik beat. Oh my god, bro, that nigga
Yeah,
is
My
flame
boy
broiled
ran through
burger,
that
nigga.
money, boy. He ran through that
That
money
nigga,
like you
I
said,
don't know
Bolt.
what he did, bro. Like nigga, I'm thinking, I'm like, what the fuck? You gonna run through the money now, nigga? You got the U.S. District Attorney on your ass. Like it's over with, bro. Like this is a tap out, straight ankle
Yeah,
lock, nigga. You tapping out.
I'm not gonna lie. I was shy to even doing a podcast about Michael Beasley because that boy in a heap of trouble. You know how that boy in a heap of trouble, bro. That dude, yo, listen, man. I don't
Happened.
know who he owe. He owes somebody, bro. He owes some important people, bro. Some people that'll press
That's a
your
fact.
legs if you don't
Why you
pay,
say
man.
that?
Allegedly,
Oh,
because
okay.
when I was listening to, I was listening to Low. He did a piece on it. He did some content on it, and I was listening to it. And he was reading all of the reports that he connected to all of the people that he owed to kind of say this to that. This is the reason why he would try to make this money with the parlays and bet and gamble is because he owed all this money to all of these other people. And when I watched the
Okay, that's
content,
what they said about Jonte Porter too. That's why I asked. That's what came out
Yeah.
in his case that he was owing people bread and he had to do that to try to pay them their bread
That's the
back or
only.
whatever.
That's the only way you gamble like that, bro. Like especially with an NBA
listen,
check, bro. Like what the fuck?
NBA check. Not only that, Lee, bro, they got companies that are liaisons, money liaisons. Like, all right,
Right.
until you get your money, because we know you're an NBA player, we know you good for it. They got a whole company just for money liaisons to
I
get
say put
players.
the money up front, bro.
So
Like that way they don't follow you.
right. And people like me who just learn how to live with the budget that I got, it's kind of hard to phantom. It seems almost unfathomable that you could be living check to check, making NBA money. But it's true. Some of these players are frivolous with they monies. And I think, they just make wrong turns. You know what I'm saying? And they run into some bad people sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yo, that's the thing about budgeting, bro. If you go broke with $100, you'll go broke with $100,000. If you just a
Mm-hmm.
nigga that'll spend all your money, you'll
Yeah.
spend all your money.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
I mean, but because
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. That listen, you could spend 5 years building up to $100,000 and spend that shit in 2 days.
And
That's
then
a fact, bro.
it's got
Like, I mean,
it's an inner thing too, because it's funny. I watch my son. When it's my money, my son is spent. When he get money and it's for him to spend, selective, very
very,
selective. I'm like, and
very.
I like that, but at the end of the day, it goes to
man, I
show
don't
when
like
you
that
got
shit because my
money.
son
I
do
don't
the
like
same
this.
shit.
No, hold on.
Get what that
Listen.
nigga Fitz is about to say that shit.
What I'm saying, what I'm trying to say is the discipline around people. That comes to the individual. To Jay's point, it's the person. It's disciplines, the personal disciplines that you have, bro. Some people don't want to be in a tight spot because they've been in a tight spot before. Like for instance, this dude VJ Edgecombe, dude say he was living on a generator for 7 years. I guarantee you, he probably be one of the better businessmen inside of the NBA because he come from hardship. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that Malik Beasley didn't. I don't know the specific circumstances, but I do know with hardship and creating these disciplines to make sure that you stay above, keep your head above water, for lack of better words. You know
That's
what I'm
why
saying?
BJ went to every workout.
Yeah, you
Right.
feel what I'm saying? You
Ace
going to
Ace
play your
Bailey,
cards
his
right.
mom's is a fucking NBA player, WNBA player, or some world champion, got
Spoil you.
volleyball and all that. Like
Exactly.
Spoil you. I'm gonna
he
be good
good.
regardless. Yo,
Yeah.
that whole attitude or that mantra of I'm gonna be good regardless. Excuse me. It's
Yo, shout
a
out to
slippery
Mark
slope.
Madsen, bro.
It's a slippery slope, man.
Shout out to Mark Madsen because I heard a story about him. Shaq was trying to get him to go to the clubs. He was like, "Nah, I don't do that, man. I don't do any of that." He was like, he pulled up into in a Toyota, and Shaq was like, "Nah, you're not pulling. You're right. We just won a championship. You're not pulling up with a Toyota." He's like, "Yo, I'm buying you a car." Shaq really bought him a car and a Rollie, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, because he was like low key saving his money. He knew he wasn't gonna make that much money in the league. So, I mean, shout out to the dudes that saved their money, man, in the league.
Yeah, and another thing, we can get to this. I gotta be real quick. I'm about to end the show. Go ahead.
Yo, all right. If you buy a nigga a Rolls Royce and he can't afford to keep up with the payments, my nigga, or the upkeep, my nigga, you probably fucked him up too. I ain't gonna hold you. So like,
No. He bought him a he didn't buy him a Rolls. He bought him a Rolex, and he bought him a truck. I think he bought him a Ford truck or something like that. Ford truck.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna be back with more content later tonight, y'all. Nets fans, the best fans. Peace, y'all.
Yeah.